Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this live showdown. It's going to be myself on Nurgle, facing off against Metal, who's going to be playing Tomb Kings here on Borderlow Landing, and we are going to be rocking a pretty scary character squad. So we have the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle here on the Raw Beast, and we do also have two Exalted Heroes. Now these are very good. If the Tomb Kings do go with the Sphinxes, which are very, very good against you, the Exalted Heroes of Nurgle can hunt them down and put pressure on them, which is quite good. Now this is my one experiment unit. We do have the dreaded Plague Drones of Nurgle, thinking maybe they'll be good against Ushabti and against Ushabti Greybows, as well as the Cavalry. So we're going to be seeing what's cooking with those. So go look, have fun to my opponent, and see what he's rocking, and have some fun. So we got Horse Archers, alright, so we got all the usual suspects. Let's get you up there, and yeah, no Vanguard pressure coming in from that. Okay. So what do we got? We got Cetra on the Sphinx, Ushabti Greybows. Okay, a lot of very, very meta stuff from my opponent, which is good. That's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to test our might against some meta stuff here. Now, this is the Creative Assembly version of this map, which is very, very terrain heavy, which is actually good for us. It's going to be a little bit better for us than the regular version would be. So let's go get these characters in, waste a little bit of ammunition, keep these horsemen at bay, and call-ins. What do we want to get? Angels of Decay are quite good. Obviously, he's going to want to farm some value. We want to just basically get him to waste ammo on our armored characters while our infantry corps advances up, and the Nurgling's just going to be gremlining on the back point here, and I could send these guys in, but we are going to get this. So then we just park them in the trees and just keep juking with these guys to waste his ammunition. So we're going to have to play very, very cagey. In terms of stealing his back objective, is that something we want to do? I think we can call in like one more good infantry unit. Since Chaos Warriors take so long to get there, we're just going to roll those guys in. My opponent, though, doing a great job trolling on the objectives. Very, very good. So we're going to hide these guys behind, and the Ushabti Greybows are a problem for sure. But like I said on this map, I think we can avoid the worst of what they bring to the table here. All right, so they're coming, and I'm thinking about just sending a Forsaken unit to the far side here, just going a little bit creepy on his back point. Just kind of a long Nurgle game plan, basically. All right, so there he goes. He's going to be trying to weasel his way in to get us with the Greybows, and we can eventually charge them. The middle objective is coming into flux. It's going to be going for us, and these guys can move here, you guys move here, and then you guys kind of corner off right there. All right, we'll charge a little bit. Ushabti Greybows are shooting. Flies just stay behind the pillar. We basically just have to play World of Warcraft Arena. That's exactly what we want to be doing here. All right, let's get you guys here, you guys here, you guys back there, you guys here, and then we do have some horsemen coming in the backfield here. Not too concerned about them. I think we could just get the Rotflies to go charge them, and then that's going to be nice and good and cozy for us. All right, so the Rotflies are going. Cetra is on the other side of the pillar, maintained the capture weight, and that should be a freebie right there. What does he have in the woods? He's got some skeleton horsemen, so let's actually just charge them. And yeah, you warriors, turn about face, get these guys, and then we're going to call in the Angels Decay, and that's going to be the game plan. All right, so we got the big man there. Let's go ahead and reform over here. And are we getting a freebie right there? More or less looks like it. That's great. All right, so let's get the warriors up to the middle. Horsemen can come over here, and the Nurglings are going to continue hiding while in the woods. We get a reasonably good fight. All right, so Cetra's there, running away from the boys. Let's keep fighting here. It's going to be hard to lock those guys down, but we're going to play a very, very patient game here, and the Rotflies are going to get that unit, which is outstanding. All right, great. So now we're on standby, guarding our units. Cetra's thinking about moving in, but we have a couple winning fights. Our various Marauder units will do very, very well for us here, and we're just going to get you guys on there to get the capture weight advantage while the Forsaken continue making their way towards the back point. For sure, I think Angels of Decay are going to be very good. I think we want those, and the objective does go to us here, which is great. A couple of fights, you know, the ones out there we can't really get in and impact too much, but yeah, really, really good play from my opponent there, like popping those guys. I could pressure the backside with Nurglings, but they're probably just going to get picked apart, which is going to be very, very tough. Let's get you guys coming here and just get up on the point and just go start threatening that one. Cetra might roll over there, but now we can come and do a little bit of work on Cetra now that he's in open field and see if we can take him down. All right, Angels of Decay. Let's get you guys to roll back this way, and our two boys are a little bit trapped up here. You guys push them off the objective. Warriors can come back this way, and great. All right, so here he comes. Now we just run back into the woods. Live our best life. I could get him with a Rancid. Probably not a terrible idea to start working on him and just kind of, you know, be effective with our Winds of Magic. Let's go see if we can catch him in the open here. So we're going to do that. Sepulchral Stalkers are out, and Cetra does get afflicted by that. So let's get the throwing weapons here, get you guys right there. That's actually very risky. So let's really get our Rotflies back up. I don't want to risk getting Sepulchral Stalkered and just having a bad time, so we'll continue trying to fight on the middle objective here. We have time. Value is close, points are close. You guys hang over here, and I could also do a little bit of a timing with the two Furies. Yeah, we could. His Greybows are not really in a position to contest this side, so I think we can go over there. The great bows are very, very awkwardly positioned here, so I think we can actually move out, get this, bring you guys up, and get some Forsaken to start heading that way as well. So we got to be very cagey. This guy's great, by the way. Very, very solid play from him. All right, so big boys are coming in. We do see the scaries here. Yeah, the sepulchral stalkers doing a little bit of screening. But who let the rotflies out? Maybe us. You know, maybe us. We'll see. So let's move in. I think we can try and attempt this play here. Let's get the big guys going that way. The warriors can kind of continue grinding over on this side, and the Angels of Decay are going to want to get back, and now we can just get them with everything. Yeah, this is exactly what we want while Cetra gets bombarded here. Okay, this is a win for us. This is definitely a win for us. They're going to have a terrible time. That's a lot of Nurgle stuff going on there. All right, so they're getting it. Let's get the throwing weapons right there, and we can save up for any number of things. He's trying to reposition his great bows right now. Let's get you guys to go right there, jump on those Ushapti great bows, call in some Furies as well, and see what we can get done. So he does manage to get away there. We could do a little something, try and nuke Cetra. Oh no, the dreaded lag spike. Don't give up on me. Don't you give up on me. All right, so Forsaken, we just want to keep force pathing through here, and these skeleton spearmen are in the process of crumbling while Cetra is eating a lot of shots. He's shooting the horsemen, which is good. It's certainly better than the alternative. And some of the Forsaken have managed to stay on their prize here. All right, you guys come here. And we are eating some scary shots. Angels of Decay need to juke a little bit. The Rot boys, how are they doing? Let's go in there and help out. Angels of Decay pull back, and we can start throwing at them if we can. All right, let's get another Fury coming over here. When they eventually get here, it's going to be very nice. And we're going to want to use a heal on these guys. Make sure they don't lose models. All right, so those units are getting crumbled down. These guys are getting it pretty good as well. Let's get the warriors to go fight here and get one Nurgling over there to help out too. All right, so now we got Furies in the mix. Furies are basically a counter against Sepulchral Stalkers. They're going to be very good there. The Fleshy Abundance is doing solid work. We probably want to just juke with these guys for now. Just do a little bit of juking here as we're about to break through their lines. Let's run back into the trees, and the Furies are getting on there. We can do a little bit of this. Chase these guys down, get some of the Forsaken going over there, and just kind of keep juking here while we get some Furies to go. All right, so how are the characters looking? Yeah, let's bounce them over there. Looking good. Rotflies can go here. And here comes the big man. All right, so I think we save up for the big scary knights right now. That's going to be the play. We can get Cetra with another Rancid, call you guys in, and hope for the best. All right, how's it looking? Ushapti are tied down a little bit. Rotfly's there fighting Ushapti, which is honestly pretty good. And on the middle, we're in the process of winning it. It's a slow process, but it is a process that is underway. Oh, a little bit trapped up here. That's actually sketchy. That's sketchy. If I get trapped here, that's going to be really bad. He might be able to capitalize on this. I guess we just do this to trigger the lore passive. Oh, we just barely got out of there. Okay, still got it, baby. All right, so the Forsaken and company, let's keep pathing onto the Ushapti Great Bows. We want to just ignore them, basically. Let Cetra eat a little bit of damage, and you Rotflies can come here and jump on this guys, keep juking, and you guys can come over here and chase them off. All right, juke, juke, juke. And are we going to get these guys? Man, they're so durable. They just won't die. All right, Cetra's getting low. Middle objective is in the process of flipping. We just got to keep juking back and forth. All right, perfect, perfect. And cool. Yeah, so that's great. I think the Ushapti Great Bows having a bad time. Now we just need to collapse on the Sepulchral Stalkers here. And the two Exalted Heroes of Nurgle are going to be in good shape. All right, those are a summon, so we don't need to worry about that. And the big boys are going to be coming in soon. You have healing. Yeah, there's one. All right, let's get him. Cool. All right, you go over there. We got to bring Nurgle's grandfather's love to our opponent. We got to make sure that he's feeling loved and thought of, you know, by a big man Nurgle. This guy's honestly great, though. This is a tournament caliber player. I don't know. He's on ladder here. He's very, very good. I played this matchup against some real strong tournament players, and this guy is certainly of that caliber. All right, so let's go ahead and save up for a heal here. So we're going to attack like so. Get you guys here, and you guys here. And now we call it Rotting Riders, which in the late game are one of Nurgle's secret weapons. They're very, very tough to deal with. Like, see how he's playing the objectives, man? It's so good. All right, so where do we go next? Are these actually Ushapti? They are. So they should get countered by our Rotflies, in my experience. So we're going to get those guys down here, and the Rotting Riders are on their way in. We could bring them to the middle to try and fold some stuff up. These Chaos Warriors want to move over here, and the Rotting Riders can go. Let's get some Rotters coming in, move them to the middle. Is he threatening my back objective? He's not. Okay, that's great. But we're going to get this one eventually. Like, everything he has here is basically going to get karate chopped. The inevitable grind of Nurgle is paying dividends. All right, so how did our drones do this game? Honestly, not too bad. Yeah, I'm not hating the drones. So Rotting Riders, let's get them to the back point, take that one. The middle is something we'll probably get eventually, although those warriors are pretty damn beat up. But I think with Cetra going down, he's just going to be too flimsy. Yeah, he just called in a whole batch of units over there, so they'll be coming to try and help out here in a moment. Save the heals for when we really, really need them. Look how much of a goblin he is on the objectives too, man. It's pretty impressive. All right, so you guys come in, we get the back objective, and now we can get you guys to come and just start marching up to the middle, and we'll call in the plague drones again as well. Is there anything I can unsummon? Yeah, we should have unsummoned them a long time ago. My army's pretty elite, so I need to be on top of unsummoning here. Rotting Riders, let's see if we can catch these guys slipping. Be nice to kind of knock them down, and those guys do get unsummoned here, and here we have some halberds. Tomb Guard halberds, kind of not something that any of these units want to fight. The Rotting Riders do manage to catch those guys. And let's get a Fury coming in. Furies are going to be very good against halberd units in general. All right, so you guys do this. Let's get you on the halberds. Fold those guys up, and he's got a big old onslaught of units heading over to the middle objective. All right, so those guys get folded. Rotting Riders are going to head over here. And I think the Forsaken and company should be able to hold on this back objective. Great. I think I need to unsummon these guys just so I have things to actually, like, they're kind of just not that useful right now. Let's get the Furies over there, and although they would be very good against those who shop these, so I think I do need them there. All right, so Forsaken are going to keep nibbling on the back objective. He's got a lot of units coming in, but as long as I don't just like fold the back objective and lose it, it should be all right. Let's go get on those who shop the Great Bow there, and they do have spear support. Furies are overhead, so let's see if we could find some good opportunities. The Furies can probably be used to help stabilize that back objective and make sure we don't lose it. Let's get you over here, get you there, and the Lord can go under here now. All right, so the Rotting Riders do get in, but we don't want them to be fighting spears like unsupported, right? That is bad news bears. So let's get some horsemen coming in. These Furies, you guys want to make sure we hold that objective, so let's get you in there. You guys on this, you guys on this. Shop the Great Bows go right there. Rotting Riders, yeah, we want the Warriors to chew down the Skeleton Spearmen. You guys to go over here, and I mean, I could use these guys on the melee Shopti. Yeah, it's probably not the end of the world. All right, so back objective, we do have some Marauders. They're going to reinforce it. Should be reasonably safe there, and let's see what we got. Healing, do we need any healing? Horsemen are coming in. I mean, he's really running out of steam. He's basically just spamming units. And the Big Sphinx, that is certainly a good point to realize we need to do a little bit of unsummoning on this unit just so we can have something to deal with it. Granted, we do have 2 horsemen as well, so the horsemen throwing axes should be very, very good here. But yeah, a lot of the army here is getting folded. The Forsaken and company have held this. Let's get the Furies and Furies to come overhead. And yeah, the Big Sphinx is good, but we can honestly probably beat him. These who shop the are in critical binding. Damn Skeleton Spearmen, though. Those guys are a menace. But yeah, the Rot Knights should be pretty good here, I think. All right, so let's get you guys set up. Get ready for the throwing weapons. Put you in group 4, pull you back a little bit. Furies can be used to actually kill Skeleton Spears. So you just attack one from the front, one from the back, and, you know, then you're going to be in good shape. All right, so the big dude is in. Let's get the throwing weapons on him. And you guys attack, you guys attack. We're going to go ahead and do a... Yeah, I think we just do a rancid, just go for like a big snipe on this guy. I think that's gonna be fine. All right, Rotting Riders, fold those guys up, and we have our 3 SEs attacking him, although I think only one of them really is. So we're gonna slow him down a little bit, you know, tell him to pump his brakes, and some of those guys getting folded. Let's go right there. And yeah, big points lead coming in. This guy's, you know, he didn't hear no bell. He's fighting to the bitter end. Yeah, that's why Exalted Heroes of Nurgle are so good. They're just such solid fighters. All right, let's get the Forsaken coming in. That's one thing I've been noticing. I've been neglecting a lot of my Nurgle tournaments recently is I'm just not using them, but they're such hard carries. They're such hard carries. All right, so you guys are back. Rotting Riders and company grinding down 1 million Tomb Guard units. Cool to see some Tomb Guard getting used as well. You guys go chase there, call in another Horseman unit. Put him in group 1, pull the character back, and yeah, we just keep fighting here, man. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Now, on the back point, I think we're reasonably well entrenched. By well entrenched, I mean 1 Nurgling unit. But overall, he's sending trash units at me, so we should be able to just bully them, I think. All right, so you guys fight at the Big Sphinx. Rotting Riders keep cleaning shit up. You guys go here, and we don't have enough WOM to really do anything else. I think Curse of the Leper 7 wins magic. Does have a lot of capture weight here, though. Kind of scary. Yeah, he's threatening a little bit of late game action here. He's spamming out a lot of capture weight units. You guys move back in, charge into the Tomb Guard here. Could send them to the backside, but I think we just want to hold the middle. I'll pay the premium right now. We'll send a warrior over there, or a marauder, just to make sure we don't lose it. And these are melee Shopti, so let's get them with the throwing weapons, while the Exalted Giga Chads just continue their fight. All right, so he's maybe going to go to the backside to try and get that back. Do we fight there? Yeah, we fight there for as long as we can, but we're just going to eventually clear out all these units in the middle. Anything low that needs healing? Yes, we do need to get you. I think Fecundity is bugged. It doesn't spread. Yeah, classic, like, the worst faction in the game, Nurgle, is like, CA's just like, how about we just not let their army abilities that they're balanced around even do anything? Just classics, man, classics. All right, so what do we have in the trees? Fury's ripping it up. Yeah, he might get his back objective back, but he's going to pay the iron price here, as that big man is going to be dragged down. And the Rotting Riders are, they're just waiting. They are waiting. Furies, get him over here. Forsaken should be running to the middle objective, and he is going to get that back point back, just sheer weight of units, although we're kind of holding here a little bit. Yeah, I could maybe rotate some horsemen over and steal that. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. All right, how are the Roddies doing? Yeah, Rod Knight's still bumping and grinding here. We're going to go around the outside, take you around here, and drag down the big Sphinx. These Forsaken can go to his back objective, and these Furies can come in and help clean him up too. All right, so the big man is down. Let's head to the backside. I think the middle is on lock with the Rotting Riders. A couple Nurglings in the vanguard. Let's get these guys up, have them grab this point here, and great. So they should be good to go. GG, well played. Yeah, really, really good scrappy game, man. Super, super intense one. I wasn't sure I had it. I thought I was in some trouble, but some of the back objective fighting went well. I think the collapse on the Sepulchral Stalkers was the big moment. So GG to medal. Great game, man. You're a very, very solid player. That was a fun match. It's a matchup I've struggled with in the past a little bit. This is the build for my build guide. The only thing I'm not sure about is the Plague Drones. They only got 500 value, but they are tanky and sticky. I mean, that is one thing, and they can stick on a new Shopti unit and be really tough to get rid of. I don't know. I need to experiment more. Exalted characters did good. Horsemen able to get some good value. Rot Knights came in, of course, about 1,500, not bad. Angels of Decay, but basically one of the best units on the Nurgle roster. His build was good, though. It was good. It was definitely decent. The one thing if I had to be hypercritical, I would say the Big Sphinx isn't really that good against Nurgle. I mean, I guess against the Exalted Heroes, it's decent. Okay, I can see it being used against Exalted Heroes. I don't know. Yeah, it's honestly just a good build. Yeah, the Nehekar Horsemen are pretty good. Skeleton Horsemen as well. Spam is pretty meta for these guys. But yeah, just good stuff. Honestly, you played well. GG, guys. See you around. And that is going to be it for tonight. Nurgle bless you all. Not in real life, but metaphorically. Yeah, not even metaphorically. Nobody wants Nurgle's blessings. You guys get the idea. Take care of yourselves. That's it for today.